Preserve an autograph on clothing. You spent half the day lining up just so you can get your favorite star to sign your shirt. The worst thing that could happen is for you to mishandle the clothing and lose the signature. Keep the fruit of your patience safe by learning how to preserve an autograph on clothing. Having an article of clothing autographed is a common quest for sports fanatics. Most of the time, jerseys are presented to sports stars to be signed after a game. If you wish to have your jersey signed, then prepare a pen that works for the type of material of your jersey. You can check this by trying out the pen in the small area of your jersey, or get a similar material for you to test on. Once you find the ideal pen to use, keep this handy during the game. You'd never know when you'd have the chance to have it signed. When you are successful in obtaining the signature of your favorite player, work on how you can preserve the clothing. Place the clothing into the dryer. Place the dryer setting in the highest heat possible. Do not place any other article inside the dryer when you do this. Let the dryer spin for about half an hour so that the ink will be set into the clothing. Wash the clothing using cold water. Use mild soap to wash the clothing. If you wish to ensure that the signature is perpetually preserved, you can sew the edges of the signature or use embroidery. By doing this, you'll surely be able to make the distinct form of the signature visible even if the ink fades. Preserve the clothing by not using it. While bragging about the autographed clothing seems inviting, you are also inviting substantial damage to the clothing. Protect the clothing from unwanted spills and stains by keeping it in a safe place. By not constantly wearing the clothing, you are not required to wash it often, thus the fading can be avoided. Purchase a small can of fabric paint in clear finish from a hobby store or a bookstore. Apply a thin coat over the signature. Try to test this in a different clothing first so that you'd know its effects. You can use the same clothing that you used in testing the ideal ink for your signature. The good thing about having an article of clothing as a test piece is that you are able to go through all the processes of testing the above steps without running the risk of damaging your signed clothing. Purchase a frame that is big enough to hold the clothing. You can also use a memorabilia box for safekeeping the clothing. If you happen to have a big glass cabinet for your collection, you can hang the clothing by the glass. If the clothing is too long to fit on a frame, you can fold it across the middle and show only the area where the signature is visible. Hang the frame in your room or in the living room to make it visible to your guests.